Hey guys, welcome back to another video over here on the Chinese Zodiac and horoscopes. Today we're going to be doing a reading for you guys born in the year of the rabbit. So welcome back all my rabbit friends. How are we doing, my bunny buddies? Let's find out, shall we, as we shuffle these around and pick three out for you guys. I would also like to bring to your attention that in the description there is now a link for a intro video, which is a more up-to-date video than the previous intro video, which was from last year. I thought as it's a new year, we'll have a new intro video. So there is a link for that in the description if you haven't already seen it, so check that out. There is also a link in that description also for a Patreon. So if you would like a more in-depth reading and you would like to know more about the Chinese Zodiac in a more personal way, then you can subscribe to Patreon. Click on the link and join up there, and you will help support me as I endeavour to use those Patreon finances, if you like, to fund and produce my own Chinese Zodiac deck. So all proceeds, that's the word I was thinking of. I would use those proceeds to build and design and produce my own deck of cards. So if you'd like to support that, then please do hit that Patreon. But if not, we can stick around on YouTube. I'm not going anywhere. But if you haven't already, just do me a favour, show some support, hit that subscribe button for me. And I will pull three cards out from there. I'm going to take that one from the bottom, I'll take that one from the top, middle, and we're going to take that one from the top. What have we got? Okay, so things are looking okay right now. We've got those three whites, and as I always say, white isn't always all right, but when we have three of them all in a row, it's quite hard not to be a bit optimistic, because it means that there is some good positive energy in the air right now, so something is working. We've got the Tiger card coming in, quite an emotional card, and to be fair, the line of communications aren't strong between the rabbit and tiger. There isn't a great compatibility. I mean, there isn't a huge clash, but there isn't a great compatibility either. However, what we are seeing here is that you are taking control of things. You're taking control of things, but your way of taking control of things right now might be a bit brash, might be a bit aggressive, might be a little bit fueled with temper. I think when you're usually conservative, when you're usually more of a peace-loving person, when you're usually more reserved, this hot temper that you've got, this agitation, this frustration, I think this stems from a build-up of lots of different things where you haven't channeled your feelings, you haven't expressed your feelings, you haven't let your feelings be known. So you've bottled them up and bottled them up and bottled them up and bottled them up. And now you're starting to release them in a different way. You're starting to release them in maybe even healthier ways. But it's frustrating. It's agitating. It's getting you a little bit prickly. But you're feeling good about it, which would tell me and suggest that this is now you being able to actually express yourself. The communication isn't great, but I think you're trying. You're trying, which is that diplomatic rabbit coming through. You're trying to not necessarily fix things, but just make things a little bit more amicable. You're trying to make things comfortable. You're trying to juggle everything at once so that it's manageable, but at the same time, you're not letting anybody down or disappointing anybody or missing anything out. It's like you're willing to juggle what you can. Unfortunately, this is again going to build up that temper and frustration if you haven't got your own outlet. If you haven't got a reasonable outlet, then that is what's going to happen, unfortunately, because you do need to express this in a more healthier way than bottling it up all the time and then snapping. Let it all out in a big burst, and then let it bottle up, let it bottle up, let it bottle up, let it bottle up, and then let it out again in a big aggressive burst. There is a healthier way to channel this. There is a healthier way to deal with it. You just got to figure that one out. And I think you are trying. You are trying. And you're feeling quite good about it too. You're feeling quite good, because usually you'd be straight on the self-destructive, but now you're kind of aware of it, you're trying to prevent it. So that's a good start, at least. Got the snake coming in then, and that white snake there is, again, it's a bit like the tiger. It's not overly compatible, but again, no major clashes at all. They can make a relationship work. It's a very neutral kind of card for a rabbit, like that tiger, a very neutral card. But again, I think there's something going on, maybe romantically, something in a relationship sense, something in a sort of emotional connection kind of way, because that tiger has emotional connections and that snake has emotional connections. Together, this could have something to do with a relationship. You're feeling quite, I don't know, you're feeling quite positive about it, but again, it's because you're trying. It's like within the relationship, it's like every day you're going to buy flowers, every day you're buying flowers, every day you're buying flowers, but every day the flowers aren't received in the way you'd want them to be received. So you get upset, you get frustrated, you go, okay, I'll try again tomorrow. Maybe, just maybe, this enthusiasm towards this affection isn't necessarily warranted or isn't necessarily for you, as optimistic as you are trying to be about it. I mean, it's very neutral, it's very cold water. It's almost like if you aren't aware of it yet, you'll be aware of it soon, that there's no real spark here. There is no real joy to be had from this. It's almost like you are holding on, and some little promise is giving you or some sort of glimmer of light is giving you this idea that there's hope here. But I don't think that's the case, because it's very neutral, it's very beige, it's very plain, very basic. There isn't much here that is screaming out that you are destined for great things this week from what you're doing right now. As much as it's not bad, we're still seeing in the positive, we're still seeing these not non-compatible cards, which is good. But again, it's not screaming like, yay. It's almost like a tolerance. It's almost like you're just going to put up with this. That's kind of what it is. It's all right. It's all right. I know there's 3 whites there, so it is an idea, you know, that there is a lot of positivity going on. But I think a lot of this positivity is probably just because things are a little bit better than they used to be, which is great. We're not going to deny that. We're not going to take that away from you. We're not going to steal that and say, nah, you know, it's all a load of bollocks. It may be white, but you're still going to have a crap time. No, we have positivity there. We do. It's just, be careful where you're treading. Be careful where you're treading at the moment. Things might not be as you think they are. We've got a catalyst card coming in there now, which is your catalyst card, the rabbit, which is it's a card that is you. But we're also looking at a card which is change. Changing for the better, changing for you. You have to do this for you. You have to want to do this for you. And I think you're going to come to learn this time around. Like, you're buying flowers. It's like, oh, no, thank you. Oh, no. Or not even buying flowers. It's like, do you want to go out to dinner? No, not today. Oh, okay, I'll try again tomorrow. Do you want to go out to dinner? No, not today. Oh, I'll try again tomorrow. You're going to get to a point where you go, I'm not going to go and knock on the door or phone them up or message them and ask them out for dinner. Every day it's a no, and now I'm not going to bother. And you're going to start to do something that's a bit more you, a little bit more for you. Rabbits get along okay with each other. There's no animosity there. They get on all right. So that's the most compatible card for you out of those 3. But as I say, they're not like incompatible. They're just neutral. It's a very neutral spread for you. These 3 are keeping you in a fixed place where, again, it's almost like you're quite content to stand there knowing full well that you're waiting kind of around, wasting time. Like, you're not waiting for anything in particular. You're not waiting for anything to kind of just drop onto your lap. You're not waiting for anything to happen. You're just waiting. Just waiting around. Unfortunately, though, I do feel that the more you wait and the more things aren't happening, the more frustrated you are going to end up. And this optimism and enthusiasm may be short-lived. as that rabbit catalyst brings us quickly from one chapter to another. And I feel that could happen. So please be warned or be wary of that. But we'll find out, won't we? How you get on with that next week when we come back and do another reading for you guys born in the year of the rabbit. My next reading will be for those born in the year of the dragon. So if you are interested in what those guys are up to, I will see you in a video on those guys next. If not, no worries. I'll just catch you in a video next time when we come back and do your video. Thanks for watching, guys. Love and peace.